So this can be a little bit confusing, so I wanted to demonstrate what happens when you use those methods. So you know that whenever you have any such statement, such as console.next double, the program, when it reaches this point, it stops and waits for user input. It will not continue until you input some values that can be read here. So I have here console.next double, so the first input has to be a double. So for example, let's say 1.25. And then num2 is console.nextInt, so I have to enter a whole number, for example 5. So now notice here that I put them both in the same line with a space in between them. This is fine. I could have put them in two separate lines, right? I could have hit enter here. It makes no difference. With next double, and nextInt, all of these methods, they don't care how many spaces or enter you put there. They just wait for non-space characters, right? So here I put a lot of spaces, and then the third thing that the program expects is a string. So I'm gonna type the string, for example, hello, okay? And then again, I could have put any number of spaces after this, because the next is console.next double. So it's just gonna wait for the next number, right? It doesn't matter. So I'm gonna put the next number here, for example, 11.123, okay? And then again, okay, I have another word, is2 equals console.next, so the next word could be world, okay? And then s3 is console.next line. Now, the enter character, when I hit enter, that matters. That will be read as a line, okay? So I'm not gonna hit enter, I'm gonna type something here. For example, this is a sentence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10.5, 10.4, it doesn't matter. I could put numbers, characters, special characters, everything, and also all the spaces in between will be read up to the point where I hit enter, okay? And now it goes to the next statement, which is console.nextInt. So I'm gonna input just any whole number here, for example 3, and that's it. Now the program is done reading the input, okay? So just keep that in mind. Those methods, next, nextInt, next double, and next line, all of them, they wait for user input, and the program can only continue once the required input has been read. Okay, so let's see what we stored here. The first number that we read was 1.25. It's correctly stored in num1, right? And the second number is 5, right? And then the next word is hello, right? Notice I put a lot of spaces here, but all of them were ignored. And that string only started with the character h and stopped at the next space character, okay? And then we have the next number, num3, using this statement, console.next double. I put a lot of spaces and enter, and I hit enter a couple times here. All of this was ignored, right? The program just continued reading the input until there was a number, which is 11.123, and it stopped at the space there, okay? And then when I read the next word, again, it ignored all the spaces and read the next word, world. Okay, and then next line is special. It reads everything, right? From the moment where we stopped, we read this word, world, right? We only need one space after that. The rest of the line, all of it, including the spaces, are read and stored in that string s3. That's why we have our output here. We have a lot of spaces, and then the rest of the sentence up to the point where we hit enter. And then we read the next int and stored it in int4.